I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen, mate. With them Farleys and all that, shower champ and all that. You know, when you're getting tethered by a firm like the Champ and Pato and Eddie McCabe, the little Farleys, you know when they're bullying you and they're terrorising you, trying to get you every time they see you. All their little add-ons like that, snarling at you with them. But you know the minute you turn around, start putting it right back on them, you see all them little rats around them. You know right, Darren? You know right, mate? You know right, lad? How are you doing, Dad? It's what they're like. Every single one of them, complete houses, mates. The only reason they're standing there with the chest out is because they're with who's nothing in the first place. You know when you go to jail and you're in the jail all your life, you're a crazy kid. You're earning dough, you're in and out of jail. These rats are never in and out of jail. They're snitching and everything to stay out of jail. You know, they're looking up to this fake leader in the community, this big gangster. So when we were growing up, you had this flump called Ian Rossiter. Champ, everyone used to call him. Nothing but a bully on steroids. As soon as our Danny turned round and dropped him on the middle of Robson Street, that was it. His life was over. Never recovered. Weren't a big hard champ no more. Everyone started not paying him, taking the piss out of him. Ended up some little baldy old man down there banging young girls for having kids to them, threatening them. That's what he does today. Bill saying lies. You're full of shit, aren't you? Look at the kip here. Another fisherman. Half of you fishermen, mate, you're all weird. That's what it is, pack mentality. Danny knocked Ian Rossiter out on Robson Street when we were kids. Don't you believe me? Mad, mates, well, you just don't believe this. Yeah, well, he weren't knocked out cold, but he's on his back for a good 3 seconds before he gets back onto his feet. And he was lucky he weren't killed by a bus. This is what's happened. Darren and Danny G don't get on with the Farleys. And the Farleys are using their little heads to tether us. Champ, Pato, Eddie McCabe, people like this. Before years later when we grew up on the Billy's mates and that, or before that, they were using these little helmets. Mick Donnelly, you know, just like this, bullies in the area were doing it to us. And we've done something. And Danny's in jail. He's in a YP doing a 6 months somewhere. And where we lived, on the Grisdale estate, you come out of our estate, go right, where the Batman Park was, like I said earlier on, you'd have a betting office. And all the Farleys used to stand outside this betting office. And when I mean Farleys, I'm talking about Terence Kinney, Darren McLaren, Christopher Farley, Robbie McLaren, Alan Farley, Ian Farley, Carl Caldicott, Anthony Scott, Mick Donnelly, Ian Rossiter, firms of them, naughty squad of them. And he'd always stand outside there, and he'd always had a problem with me because I'm with Kate Gilday and they don't like Tommy Gilday because he's the main man in the area. So they've always had a little issue with me as well. Now Danny's done something, gone to jail, and he's out. I think we've robbed his cafe, or Danny robbed him at his cafe, and he went on an hour and he's bouncing round outside. So we've thought, you know what, let's just front this, Danny. Danny's come to me, man, let's just front it. So we've got on Robson Street, me and Danny, I think we're like 15 or 16. And we're walking along, and I can see the body language on the little prick. He's starting to get excited because he's recognised Darren and Danny. We're on the other side, walking along Robson Street. They're on that side, outside, but you can see them all talking. You know, the excitement's coming because we're walking along, and Champ's going to knock Danny out. This is what he must have been saying, you know, to his boys when we're all, I'm going to give that Danny an eye now. So it is what it is. As we're getting closer, you see him, he's come over. But just as he's come over, just as he's crossed the road in front of us, a bus has come past. Right? So his boys can't see what's going on for a little couple of minutes because the bus is going past us. So when he's landed right in front of us, Danny's just lifted him off his feet and dropped him. Just left him in a mess for a few seconds on the floor. And the bus, he just missed the bus as it was sliding. So when Danny's hit him, he's nearly gone under the bus, basically. Lucky he never ended up under the bus. And then when the bus has gone past, he's on his back and all his mates are in shock. But then we get chased. Now we've got Terry Kinney, Darren Mack, Ian Farley, Robert McLaren chasing us through the Grisdale estate. Danny gets grabbed. He gets a little hiding off Darren Mack and Robbie Mack and that. I got away. But from that moment on, Champ was a victim. And don't forget the reputation he had for murdering that Leslie Woodward in Bootle. You know, so he had a reputation as a murderer with a knife. When I've got out of jail this time, this is another true fact. I didn't know he's seeing this girl, John O'Connell's sister. So John O'Connell's sister's always lived, Ma's always lived on our estates. And this Champ had managed to get his sister pregnant, and now it's his bird. And me, because I'm fresh out now, I'm back in Anfield, I'm doing a recce. Got me thing on me, and I'm doing a recce of the estate. You know, getting to know the estates again, getting in the quarry, getting on the fields, getting through all the bars, looking at the boots and just recceing it. And it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. And as I'm recceing the Garvey's estate, it's like a little estate what's got bars that lead onto the field. I'm on the field, just climbed over the bars, and Champ's bird lives at the end of this road. I'm masked up and that, gloved up and that. And I've seen this X5, you know, a new shape, just pulling Xenons. I'm thinking it's feds. So I've just stood in the shadows a bit. As soon as I've realised it's not feds, I've wanted to know, who is it? So I've jumped over the fence. Don't forget, I'm on a mission, basically. And I've noticed it's him, and he's noticed me in front of him, gloved up, ballied up. And I've been in that situation loads of times when you've made people the pants. The whole complexion just disappears and the pale when someone sees their life flash in between their eyes. They know what time it is. Took him a minute to understand I'm not going to kill him. He's got out of the car. Oh, didn't know that was you then, Darren. He's hugging me. Feel his heart. Is there anything you need, Darren? I haven't been round to your Mars for a while over Billy. I'm gutted about Billy. What do you need? I need a bit of dough and a flat, Champ. He's got loads of flats all over the gaff. He's got loads of dough. Anything you need at all? I need a flat and a bit of dough, mate. I'll get back on you in the end of the week, definitely. Did he? Mate? So now everyone that promised me never give me it, I'm intending on hurting them. So I'm looking for these rats, and I've come across him. I've finally found out where he trains. And he was living in Birkenhead on a posh estate. He shot himself in the watch. And he's training in a total fitness gym that's just on the edge of his posh estate in Birkenhead. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've located where he's training, and I've attended that gym. I've gone there on my mountain bike from Liverpool, got the train over, pedal to the gym. I'm at the gym now and I'm in the changing rooms, and I'm aware he comes in around 20 to 10. And I've been in there, done my workout, I'm showered, and I'm just got my shorts on, my clean ones. I'm just standing in the changing room and I'm just waiting. And he comes in, like clockwork. But he's not on me yet. He doesn't recognise me. I've got my top off, I'm chested up, I'm a big kid, it's not like I used to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? And now I'm in this changing room with rubber, and he turns around and goes, "Oh, are you here, Darren? You know why I'm here. Why would I be in your gym in the middle of nowhere? You know why I'm here." And I'm just looking at him, you know, like intimidating him, like I'm in a prison changing room. This is what I'm like with him. And I just said, "Your card's marked," and walked out the gym and left him psychologically a mess. That's the truth. I'm not on that page now. I'm not on that page now. 3 years ago, mate, I was sitting on people's steps, armed to the teeth, looking on murder. Because this is what was going on with me. I'm getting people trying to kill me. And everyone I asked, look, can you solve this? Can you? They're all leaving me to do it. All them kids that I'd done major for were just leaving me in the lurch with this murder trying to get me killed. And there's always truth to what I'm saying, and there's always people that can confirm it. Always. You know, even yes, Rachel and Louise, you're good. Even his own people can confirm it, because I know for a fact straight away, as soon as he's gone out that gym, he's went, lad, Darren G's just been in the changing room there in my gym. Because they know what time it is with me. If I'm turning up on your step, you know what time it is with me, people. I'm not being big-headed. I'm not trying to put myself out there. You know, if my daughter was raped or something like that, then I would be turning up on someone's doorstep. Do you understand what I'm saying? Other than anything else, I'm not coming to your doorstep, kid. Run your mouth off all you want, scream at the top of your lungs. I'm not jeopardising my freedom for a knobhead like yourself. Anything happens to my family, and I will risk everything for it. And you know that, mate. I think that's the same with any dad, isn't it? Doesn't matter what your name is, mate. If you're a real man, if you're a real dad, anything happens to your family, everything's on the line for you, isn't it, fella? That's not being like brave or big or hard. That's just standard procedure for, you know, the majority of real men. I'm not on about use half-breeds, mate. You know, use that into like having a little kiss with a man every so often. Yous aren't men. Yous are being corrupted, mate. Yeah, you ever lost a fight, Darren? Of course, Scouse people. No, mate. Who hasn't? I don't know anyone that's never had a fight. Yes, misopinionated. I don't know anyone that's never been battered in a fight, mate. There's no one. Yes, Marcus. There's no one out there that's never been bladdered in a fight. And if there's someone that's out there saying I've never been defeated in a fight in my life, they're lying. They're just lying, mate. I've been weighed in a few times in my life, lad. It's never been my own generation, though. If that makes a difference. It's always been the older generation that's hurt me. Liverpool, Elm, Sam, kid. Yes, Trucker J. Us who come from women-only families know how to fight for our families too. Well, you've got to... Basically, that's what I became to my family. The breadwinner. One with the brains, making money. And everyone just lived on the back of me. When Danny got grabbed, how come you didn't back it? How young was? Because we're running. 1 minute Danny's with me, next minute he's not. You know what it's like when it's chase mode and you've got pure steg chasing you down? Yes, Lara. Only I've always been lean and agile, and Danny's always been heavy. Huge. So when he's on his toes, it's harder for him. When I'm on my toes, I'm just pim, pim, pim. So I went pim, pim, pim. And then Danny's being grabbed. You never really dragged him away though, lad. You just give him a good little hiding on the spot. That Terry Kinney was the worst. Little owl fella, little bald-headed fella from Brick Road. He was one of the worst bullies ever, that Terry Kinney, mate. And I didn't know Terry Kinney until I was grafting with the Bakers. So when I started to get my swag off Silver, which is Ben Baker's granddad, no, Ben Baker's dad, young Thomas's granddad. They were having trouble with this fella called Terry Kinney. Terry Kinsella. You might have heard of John Kinsella. Got murdered. He was that kid from Salford's business partner. That John Kinsella. Well, his brother, or son, Terence Kinsella, he was having problems with someone called Christopher Mason. And because Christopher Mason was in with Thomas Baker and all that, it sort of ended up like a Baker problem. You know, big Thomas Baker's now fighting with Terry Kinney. I'm not aware of all this. I'm just on this step in Langley. Ian lives in Langley. The Bakers live there, so I've got familiar with them. I don't really know these Bakers, but they're friends with Ian at this time. You know, Ian's friends with one of the kids from there. And I just see this madness going off on the step, on the Baker step, just outside the step. So I grab an hammer and run over and stand next to the Bakers against this little fat baldy head, which is Terry Kinsella. And instead of going for Thomas, he's come for me, the kid with the hammer, and ran at me and tried to grab me, and I've hit him once, and it's gone on to a big melee on the step. You're on it. But they don't let that go.